What's going on, guys? It is Blake from theavidentries.com, continuing today with some more Shadows Before Dawn. It has been a good minute. I want to say a couple weeks since the last part. It has been madness on my part, getting ready for a lot of different things, so I really haven't had the time to fit in the next chapter, but finally I'm back doing it. I keep saying this like every single time I come out with a new video, or every single time a new reading comes out. We're about halfway, I want to say. We're like basically halfway through this. So yeah, I just need to keep trucking. We will finish this up pretty soon. But anyway, today is going to be tool number 9, which is expressing yourself. So let's waste no time and hop right back into it. So the first section, expressing the complete truth. Learning to love yourself is a process of healing your thoughts and emotions. But the only thoughts and emotions you could heal are the ones you let yourself feel and express. Whenever problems or conflicts arise in your life, especially in your relationships, there is more to the story than meets the eye. We will only ever get to the root of the problem or conflict if we discover and admit the complete truth to ourselves. We will only have harmonious lives if we learn to express the complete truth to ourselves. And people who love themselves want harmonious lives for themselves. There are 5 basic parts that make up the complete truth when we are expressing ourselves. Number 1 is anger. Number 2 is pain. Number 3 is fear. Number 4 is understanding. Number 5 is love. Most of the time, we allow ourselves to be aware of and express only one part of the truth. For example, if we go out in our car and get rear-ended, we may immediately become really, really angry and blame the person who crashed into us. We may let ourselves and others become aware of only the anger part of the truth about how we feel about getting about how we feel about getting rear-ended. When really the complete truth is much more complex and involves thoughts that correspond to all the emotions listed above. In other ways, we may let ourselves be aware that we are hurt or afraid due to a specific conflict, but never let ourselves or others become aware of the anger we feel. It's a natural defense. It's actually a common behavior that we learn in our formative years, where we allow ourselves to explore and express only certain aspects of the complete truth and not others. But healing and self-love come from knowing and expressing all of it. Next section, learning how to express your truth. The following exercise will help you express yourself. Use a piece of paper to do it, or sit in front of a mirror. Pick something from your life or from a relationship that is really bothering you. I want you to express each part of the complete truth relative to that thing by answering the questions below in the exact order they are listed. Okay, I suppose if you're following along and you want to do the exercise, now's the time to grab a pen and paper. If you're using paper, you can write down the answers. If you're using a mirror, speak them out loud to yourself. Don't move on from one part, such as anger, to the next part, such as pain, until you feel that you have expressed and exhausted all thoughts and emotions that correspond to the current part. Don't suppress any emotions that come up. Emotions are healthy. Let yourself get really mad. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel hope. Let yourself fully experience whatever emotions come to the surface without judgment. Number 1, anger. What am I angry about? What and or whom do I blame and why? What and or whom and or what do I feel resentment for and why? It makes me so mad when ... I'm completely fed up with ... I hate ... 2, pain. What about this makes me so sad? I am so hurt by ... I feel so disappointed that ... Number 3, fear. What about this makes me so afraid? I'm scared that... It scares me when... Why does it scare me? What about this makes me feel insecure? What is the deep wound hiding underneath the anger and sadness? What painful thing does this situation remind me of? Number 4, understanding. I regret. I'm sorry that... What part of the situation do I take responsibility for? I didn't mean to. I understand that. I know sometimes What do I want forgiveness for? Number 5, love. Deep down I have the purest intentions, and they are ... Deep down in my heart I want ... I promise to ... What solutions to this situation can I think of? I hope that ... I feel gratitude for ... I forgive ... So next section is processing the truth about the accident. Here's an example of someone using this process to tell the complete truth about the scenario we posed earlier. I just got rear-ended in traffic. Number 1, anger. I can't believe that I just got run into. This day could not get any worse. I hate that idiot. I hate people. I'm completely fed up with how stupid people are. It makes me so mad when I don't do anything wrong. And I still suffer the consequences. This is so unfair. I feel like killing him. Number 2, pain. It makes me sad that people get hurt in this world when they don't deserve it. I am so hurt by the fact that it feels like other people have things I am so hurt by the fact that it feels like other people have things go right for them, but nothing goes right for me. I'm sad that this car I love is damaged, and that I have to drive around embarrassed because it is dented. I'm so disappointed that this night, which I thought was going to go so well, has gone terribly. That just hurts. It hurts really, really bad. Number 3, fear. I'm so afraid that life isn't meant to be happy. I'm afraid that life is supposed to be about suffering. I'm afraid that I'm just here to suffer until I die. I'm afraid that if I find out that life is about suffering, I will fall into a deep depression and probably commit suicide. That's really the wound that is underneath it all. I feel powerless to other people, just like I did when my father came home drunk and beat me up. One second I'd be watching TV and everything would be fine, and the next, for no reason, he'd come in and start beating on me. I was so little I couldn't do anything about it. Number 4, understanding. I understand that I have no idea whether it's true that life means suffering. It's possible that I feel that way only because of my early experiences with my father. It's possible that I think that way so often that I only make myself a match to seeing more and more proof of the fact that life means suffering. I regret that I got angry at the man driving the car. He's probably having a terrible day too. I didn't mean to take out all this fear, which has to do with my childhood, on a total stranger. I want forgiveness for the fact that I added to the problem instead of helping to solve it. And number 5, love. Deep down my intention is to help everyone, including myself, feel better. Deep down my intention is to heal the part of me that feels like a victim and feels like this world is a scary, bad place, so that I can find happiness. Deep down my intention is not to feel like I have to control everyone and everything, but that I can trust myself to create only good things for myself. I hope that the man who ran into me is not unhappy all day. I hope that he lets himself off the hook because everyone makes mistakes. I forgive him for making a mistake. Honestly, I love other people and I want them to be happy. I want this world to be a happy place where we can make mistakes and learn from them without being rejected or getting punished. Next section, letting healthy expressions rule. There is not a single situation that can't be addressed by using this process. It's profoundly liberating and self-loving. You will find that along with the fact that you discovered the root of the conflict, which is always about suppressed fear and deep wounds, the emotional purge you experience will help you feel a profound sensation of relief. The next time you feel a negative emotion, tune into this feeling of sadness in your body. Close your eyes and spend time really experiencing all the sensations. When you think you have a clear sense of the feeling that you are experiencing, love it directly. Visualize projecting love into and around the emotion that you are feeling. Project love directly to your sadness, your anger, your fear, or your guilt. Love it in the same way you would love a small crying child. If it helps, you can visualize hugging yourself and comforting yourself when you are feeling that emotion, as if you are embracing the emotion and yourself. Allow it and yourself to be cradled by you in your mind. Maintain this focus for as long as you feel the need to. Make sure you do it for at least 2 minutes. To love yourself means to compassionately hear your true innermost feelings instead of stifling them. When you practice expressing your authentic feelings to yourself in this way, it will become easier to express them to other people. your relationships will become more harmonious, and you will have learned to honor how you feel and honor yourself exactly as you are, instead of keeping yourself in the prison of how you should feel and how you should be. Alright, that's going to do it for tool number 9. So, a pretty interesting tool, pretty interesting chapter, primarily, once again, about sort of communicating with yourself, which is, honestly, it's something that I feel like is severely underlooked. I understand, like, some people just, this will not work for some people. Sometimes you need another person there with you to sort of guide you through in a more therapeutic way. But if you are ever interested in sort of providing therapy for yourself, this is a good way to do it. I want to say communicating with yourself, being real with yourself about how you're feeling, and sort of taking the time to walk your own self through what you're currently feeling is a huge deal. Um, you know, as the type of person that I am, where I often talk to myself, I often communicate with myself. Maybe the hugging yourself, it goes a little bit too far. That's not something that you would ever find me doing. But communicating with myself often about, how I'm feeling, it is something that has been immensely helpful over the years. And I think a lot of introverts probably sort of dabble with that every now and then, whether it's talking to yourself or, spending a lot of time just in your own head and sort of, thinking about how you're feeling and going over it with yourself over and over again. I feel like it's probably an introverted thing by default. But yeah, it works wonders, and yeah, I can definitely say that it's definitely something to try. You could try any of those practices in there. Just the next time you're having a rough day, or like something bad happens, or there's something negative that you just keep on thinking about, or just keeps repeating, just be real with yourself and walk yourself through it. And yeah, just see what it does for you. Let me know in the comments. So next time we'll continue with number 10, of course, looking ahead. This is a pretty short one. It's only a couple pages. Lot of info though. But I think this is going to be a pretty interesting one. So yeah, can't wait for number 10. I'll probably have that one out for sure, since it's only Wednesday at the time that I'm recording this, the 7th. I should definitely have number 10 out before the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys to the next one. Take care.